how you can select metrics and dimensions inside Google BigQuery using our tool Porter Metrics. Before going into our dashboard, I want to share with you what are the benefits of using Porter to select the metrics and dimensions you want to send to Google BigQuery against doing it by yourself using SQL natively inside Google BigQuery. Whenever you have more than one data source communicating information to Google BigQuery, if you use Porter, you don't have to worry about the custom calculations and custom dimensions that you may want to get from that cross. Because we manage the join, so we will take care of crossing correctly the information from Meta Ads and Google Ads or whatever data sources you want to cross. And also, we already have pre-calculated metrics and pre-calculated dimensions. You just have to go into our dashboard and pick which ones do you need. That saves you a lot of time. Instead, if you do it using SQL natively inside Google BigQuery, you will have to write something similar to the black box you are seeing there. That is a SQL query. You will have to manage the join between the two tables and manage the calculation for each metric and each custom dimension you want to create. Now that you know that, we're going to go to our dashboard and select some metrics and dimensions so you can see how it works. We are now in our dashboard and we already selected our project ID, our dataset location, our dataset, and our table name. Now we're going to click on the metrics row. You're going to see a blank space with a plus at the right. If you click on it, you will see a search bar, a list of blended metrics that are pre-calculated by us, and also you can search for any unique metric of any data source that you have connected. In this case, I'm gonna pick the blended ad spend metric, and I'm gonna search for another metric. In this case, it's gonna be GA4 conversions. If I click on create metric, a new window will appear and I will be able to prompt a formula in natural language. I can just type, for example, divide blend ad spend in GA4 conversion, and as soon as I click on this arrow, then the AI will do the formula based on the prompt that I just provided. Now I can name this metric. In this case, I will name it CPA, and I click on create. Now, if I click on dimensions, I will have the same structure as metrics, and if I click on the plus button, I will see blended dimensions pre-calculated by us, or I can search for any other dimension that is unique to the data sources that I'm adding. In this case, I'm gonna pick date. Notice that in the right panel, as you go adding new metrics and new dimensions, the table will change. And this is the table that we will be sending to Google BigQuery. Now let's do a different example with a custom dimension. For this example of a custom dimension, we are going to create a new table. It will remain in the same dataset, marketing ads, but the table name will change. In this case is meta underscore ads underscore Google Ads. Now I'm going to add some different metrics. I'm going to go with meta ads clicks, Google Ads clicks. I'm going to look for blended clicks. Then I'm going to look for blended conversions. And I'm going to add a final one that is blended ad spend. Remember that in the right panel, you will always see a preview of the table that we are going to ingest into Google BigQuery. So far, right now, we only have metrics. I'm going to close this metrics tab. And now I'm going to go to dimensions. I'm going to add date. I'm also going to add blended data source type. I'm also going to add blended country. And now I'm going to create a dimension. In this window with natural language, I can prompt the AI to help me with the formula for the custom dimension I'm creating. In this case, I'm going to say, if blended country is Mexico, call it LATAM. If it is Canada or United States, call it NAM. And any other country, call it other. If I click on the arrow, now In the formula box, you can see that the formula has been created, so I can label all of these countries right away. Now I will name this new custom dimension and I will hit on create. Now you can see that in the left panel, in the preview of the table, there is a new column called region and is labeling all of my countries. Canada as NAM, Mexico as LATAM, and United States as NAM. And this is how you can select or create metrics and dimensions using our tool. So afterwards, you can send all of this data right into Google BigQuery. In the next video, we're going to check on date ranges.